In this video, we will see simple REST API with Spring Boot for CRUD operation. Okay. So I am going to create a project, and by adding dependency Spring Web for REST call and Lombok for getter and setters. Generate the project, REST API CRUD. Open the project. Okay. Open the terminal on it. To open IntelliJ IDEA. Okay, let's configure our port. By default it is running on 8080, but we'll provide our custom one 8090. Okay, and we'll create a controller for student controller. Okay, if you are creating any controller, make sure to mark particular controller with the REST controller annotation, and you can also mark with the request mapping to point like which request should be mapped with which controller. Okay, we will use a student over here, and we will deal with the students object. So we'll create an entity for a student class, entity student. Okay, for now we are not going to deal with the database, so we'll use Lombok for getter and setters, and we'll use in-memory cache. Basically we'll use hash map. Okay, private int id, private string name, and city. Okay, and let's start with the controller. Okay, so first we'll perform get mapping to get all the students. We'll return a list of student. Okay, find all, and we will use a student service. Okay, create a student service over here, service student service. Okay, make sure to mark service class with the service annotation to just to denote a business logic will be written over here. Let's perform public list student find all to return all the student as a student list. Okay, as I said, I will use a map. Okay, integer for student ID and student as a student value. Okay, let's import student map, and once our student service will be initialized, constructor will be invoked, and will initialize student map over here using new hash map. Okay, we'll return the list of students. And how can we do that? Using map, use values, then stream on it, then to list. This will return the value list. Okay, find all. Let's return. Basically have to use private student service. If we have to use student service and have to inject the bean of it, we can create constructor. We can create constructor and we can inject into that, but we can also use required arg constructor. Internally it will create a constructor for it. Okay, and inject the student service as a bean. Now the student service bean will be available, then we can perform find all on it, and this will return all the student. Okay, now let perform post mapping on it for create operation. Okay, public student will return a student. Okay, as we will consume request body of student type. Okay, so write it over here and then return student service, then perform save operation. Will pass the student. Okay, let's create a method, save method. Over here we will perform put operation. Basically we'll add into map student map dot put student get id and student itself. Okay, and will return student, right? Or you can say student dot map dot get student dot get id, right? We have covered get all and create. Now perform put mapping. Okay, to update the value, update value. Okay, public will use return type student and update will use same request body and will use path variable int id. Okay, here what we can do, we can create a, we have a student and we have id. So let's perform first student service find by id. Okay, pass the id over here, create find by id method. This will return a student and we can return student map, then get key. Okay, this will return a student object. Here we have a student by id, student id. Okay, then as we have to update, then what we will do, student id dot set name will perform student dot get name and we will update set city, get city. We will not update the id. Okay, all right, then return the student by id. All right, we have performed update and create, and let's create student by id for find one. Okay, so let's create get mapping find particular student. Okay, public student find by id. We will use path variable, copy the above one, write it over here. Okay, return student service dot find by id. I pass id over here. We performed get, put, post and get all, and we'll cover delete mapping as well. To perform delete operation, we'll use id over here as a path variable. Okay, public use the string to show the message. Okay, delete, use path variable and return deleted successfully. Okay, and before returning this, we will perform student service, then delete operation. Okay, pass id over here. In delete operation, we will, what we can do, we can write it with remove and create the remove method. Here what we will do, we will use student map, then remove particular id from the map. Okay, makes sense? We've covered find all, save, find by id. Basically save, this save operation will perform create and update as well. As you know, put operation in the map perform update if the key already present, then its value will be overridden. If not present, then will be inserted new one. Okay, makes sense. Okay, we have created. All right, let's open IntelliJ. Let's open the Postman. Perform get all. We are using 8090 student.get all. What it's saying, 80. Oh, our application has not been started yet. What port we have covered? 8090. Okay, run it. Enable annotation processing for Lombok so that greater insertions could be performed. Right, our application has been started. Let's perform get all. Right now we don't have any object in list. Let's create new one. Okay, perform post. Create ID for one. Ankit, what happened? Error encountered. Oh, it's 70, it should be 90. Okay, Ankit has been created. Let's create Anup. Let's create for Sandeep with ID 3. Okay, let's perform get all over here. Currently we have 3 objects. Okay, let's update. Let's update 3 ID 3. Let's update the city with Noida. Not found. Put mapping is not found, it is saying. Let me check that. We have put mapping, update student variable. What we are using? Update ID. Okay, we are using a student. Oh, we have to use update over here. See, city has been updated. When we will perform get all, there should also be updated value. See, Sandeep has been updated with the Noida city. Okay, let's update one more record. One. In the one there was Ankit. Let's update its city, Mumbai. Alright, city has been updated of that particular object. Let's perform get all. Right, we are able to see the updated value for Ankit. Okay, let's perform delete for ID 1. Okay, deleted successfully. Let's check get all. We currently have 2 objects in it. Okay, so we have covered CRUD operations for different method types, right? Get, put, post and delete. All right, all the method type we have covered, and we are using student service to perform business logic over here, right? For now we are not using any database. We are not storing our value into the database. For example purpose, I am using map for cache. Okay, that's all about this video. If you really like the video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel for the new videos. And you can write your comments, your thoughts in the comment section. If you need any video for any new concepts, please write the comment. Okay, thank you for your time.